This is probably one of my favorite hunts of the year. One, because we're going to the great state of Iowa, who has giant whitetails, and two, it's because we get to spend time with friends who have become like family over the last couple of years. Chase from Rubline, he always brings his son Keegan down. Keegan's become like a brother to us, and it's just an all-out fun week of hunting and spending time with friends.
Grab your friends, grab your gear, and more importantly, don't forget to grab your Traditions muzzleloader, as Iowa is known to host some mega giant Midwest whitetails. Eric Hale is pumped up and excited, as rumor has it there are some huge giants that have been spotted in these Iowa woods at the Three Forks farm. Will Lady Luck strike and make Eric the happiest hunter this side of the Midwest? Or will Father Time run out the clock and send him home disappointed and empty-handed? Red Rising is brought to you by the Iowa DNR.
Will Iowa, the coveted Iowa, will it be good to us? I've got a Traditions muzzleloader, a brand new 50 cal striker fire in my hand. I want to let it eat. And I'm telling you, whew, Three Forks, great group of people, and we got some big old bucks. One thing I've learned about killing big, mature, world-class whitetails is this: you gotta work. Can they come and just lay in your lap? Yes. But if you wanna kill them consistently year after year and you don't live in those states, you gotta put in work. So me and Jason do what we always do. Me and him have the same work ethic. We know if we work hard, we will be successful. So let's get it on.
The journey starts with preparing in Iowa in the early summer.
It's that time of year where it's just a blast to come out, hang out with friends. Jeff, Tara, their little daughter, brought Eric Hash out here. I'm cutting wood to build some blinds. We're gonna haul it in tomorrow where we got food plots or leaving standing grain this fall. So hopefully, with any luck, all this will pay off. I'd say it'll pay off for Jeff and Tara more than it will us, but you're welcome. We're building these blinds for you to shoot a big deer out of this year.
Bigger than yours.
She's been hanging around Ward too long. One day and see what happens. Nothing wrong with that. Raising them right.
When the guys were building the blinds, putting the blinds up for this particular food plot, as those guys were putting this up, and I remember thinking, this is gonna be the set for this year on this farm.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah. This is what we needed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can shoot that gap, see them come through, up through here.
This is really what we look for as whitetail hunters on our farms are perennial sets. We look for those sets that are going to produce mature deer year after year after year.
Eric then starts taking inventory of the deer with his Browning trail cameras.
I love these cameras, man. They are the easiest ones to use, and it literally takes no time to get them up. Got tons of new Browning trail cameras. We got Black Ops out, we got Recons out, and we got Strike Force out everywhere. So we're gonna know what mature bucks we got here to hunt in about 5 weeks. What I love about this Recon is you can line up exactly where you need to be, and we made a big mock scrape that's on our standing food plot. So we've got a field top where literally 3 main ditches all run up to a top. This food plot with standing beans is in the perfect spot.
The last task is getting the monster meal out.
Just trying to get these bucks to stay right here and so we can grind on them. Man, this stuff, I've never smelt minerals that smelt this good. It's actually got an apple flavored aroma to it that just, it seems to be this year the best minerals I've ever used. I mean, it's bringing them to it better, and it seems like they really hone in on it and they come to it over and over and over. So I've loaded up my ground this year with them, and our pictures are really starting to reflect the results of this stuff.
The Browning trail cameras do their job to scout all of the big Iowa deer. This is a buck the Three Forks crew knows as Boontown 10. After all the hard work, everyone at camp rallies around a campfire.
You know, here it is. It's August. It's every year. All we can think about is what's coming up this fall. We do this every single year to prep for what we want to do in December, which is try to harvest mature whitetails. And everybody's in camp again. Tacticam's in camp. We got the Red Rising guys, and it's just been fun. I mean, cameras, stands, you name it, food.
Fire.
I don't know. I never get sick of it. I don't. It's like every summer we're out here, there he is again. We can harvest this one deer, this one epic story.
Baby G.
Baby G.
Question becomes, can you pass a 190-inch, 4.5-year-old deer?
Tara?
No.
I've never passed 140 inch deer.
We've put our work in, our time in. Let's see if it'll pay off.
Go ahead, subscribe to our channel, like it. You're gonna get that little notification bell. It's gonna go off, let you know when something new hits. Follow, subscribe. Happy hunting this fall. We love everybody. Thank you again.
Eric Hale is hunting in Iowa with his Traditions muzzleloader in early December. He's at his first set.
It's first day muzzleloader, and we're going to a spot that, since I've been coming out here, is my favorite place to hunt. It's over here at the Big Timber. Everything's right. Standing beans. There's 2 deer in there. There's a deer we call Baby Giant, and there's a deer we call Boomtown 10. Scent pressure closet, and then having our bags, we just constantly keep this stuff activated. And we're gonna push the wind on some big bucks this time for sure. The first time in, we've said it before, we'll say it again, it's always, a lot of times, your best chance. Good morning from Iowa. We're sitting down in a big bottom in a big bowl, and there's a big cedar thicket back here to the east of us. Hopefully, does will start feeding back in here slowly this morning. The wind is gonna be a little bit iffy this morning. Morning 1 here in Iowa, 22 degrees, high pressure, super cold, ready to rock. We're looking for 2 big Iowa bucks. And I hope mine's bigger than Jason's. Every deer's been bigger than his this year so far. Here comes a nice buck right here. Couldn't ask for a better morning. I mean, that's an awesome buck, but he's just not the deer we're looking for, so. Man, there's shots going off everywhere. Sounds like I'm at home, open day of rifle season. Last year, this little hilltop was awesome for me. Picked corn, I couldn't have been any happier.
Last year in Iowa, Eric Hale hunted in an old makeshift outhouse of a blind. After a long wait, he spots a decent 9-pointer chasing a hot doe out in the field. He bides his time and waits for the buck to close the distance to 179 yards. Eric then makes the shot with his Traditions muzzleloader.
He just dumped up right there. He is down. Striker fire absolutely has blown my mind this year. It's a 179-yard shot. He honestly did not make it 30 yards and was done. And as I've said it before, I'll say it again. I can't wait to come back next year and do it all over again.
This year, Eric is seeking that same success.
Make sure you subscribe and like the page. On top of that, make sure you click the little notification bell. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know when a new video drops.
Eric Hale is hunting in Iowa. On his first set, he saw a smaller buck. But now he's on his second day, and Eric is holding out hope for an Iowa giant.
Everybody will agree that as a whitetail hunter, there's 2 things you dream of. First and foremost is big bucks, non-typicals, typicals, drop tines, kickers, stickers, mass, spread. But the other thing you dream of is deer hunting in the snow. And we were supposed to have just, some rain showers this afternoon. There's about 2 acres of standing beans. I mean, I can think of a whole lot worse places to be. So it's gonna be a good night. There's snow over here to the right. It can already come out.
A giant 10-pointer shows up on the edge of the field.
What we got right here? Oh my gosh, what a deer.
The only problem is that Eric can't tell if he's a deer they all promised to pass on, called Baby Giant.
it's an absolute giant. Dude, I don't know what to do. As we're sitting in the blind and we're going back and forth and I'm losing, my phone's almost dead. I'm texting Jeff, I'm texting Jason, send me more pictures. Chase, send me pictures. For whatever reason, I just wasn't completely convinced that this was Baby Giant. And when Baby Giant, that I thought, got up on the hilltop, I had like a 90-yard shot at this deer. It's a world-class deer standing there. And I'm thinking, I'm losing my mind. This deer's a giant. This buck's G2s are in the back, right? I think it's Baby Giant. I mean, I really do. I don't know for sure, but I think it is. When he walked off, I knew I had made a grave, grave mistake. That was a deer we call Boontown 10. That was not Baby Giant. Dude, that deer's got long cheek. I can't tell. I mean, I cannot tell. It ain't gonna matter now.
We have a 4-year-old 10-pointer on the farm. We call him Baby Giant. We've all agreed to pass him every year. So this giant 10 comes out in front of Eric and he thinks it's Baby Giant and lets this deer walk out of the field. That was a bad mistake.
But as fate would have it, a little later in the day, that same deer, Boontown 10, shows up on the edge of the field in the distance. The question now is, will Lady Luck let Eric have another chance at this deer before nightfall?
Sometimes you will see a world-class deer and you'll get another chance at him. Well, I can tell you this, maybe the heavens from above and God felt sorry for me. For whatever reason, fate have you. Boontown 10 came back to the edge of the food plot at 4:30 and I thought, this is going to be a different scenario this time.
We need you to support us, guys. So go over, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And every time we post something, you're going to get that little bell going off and you're going to know instantly that you can go over and watch it and catch what's going on.
Eric Hale is hunting in Iowa with his Traditions muzzleloader in early December. He had a giant 10-point show up on the farm that at first he believed was a buck everyone had agreed to pass, named Baby Giant. But after closer view, Eric realized he had just passed on a giant typical Booner they call Boontown 10. After a long wait and just before dark, Lady Luck has decided to give Eric a second chance.
You know, Boontown 10, he's out there and he's just absolutely munching and just taking in beans as hard as he can go. And when he made that point kind of toward us and then started to veer, I made one grunt in that deer. I mean, it was like fishing, man, like fishing for a big striper. I mean, here he came, sucked straight toward the blind. Coyote screaming. I mean, he was bigger than life standing there, and I knew I had to make this shot. That is a freaking giant. Oh my gosh, what a deer. We've sat here, all of us have sat here trying to figure out if that was a deer we call Baby Giant, and it's not. he came up here and that deer had an extra point on his beam and it was broke off. And I don't even know what to say. This deer's brows are bigger, but I dang near let the third biggest deer of my life get away from me. And he walked up here and gave us a 50-yard shot.
A net typical Booner is about as rare as a unicorn. And Eric has just killed one, and it is the deer of a lifetime in my opinion.
Lady Luck must have been on Eric's side tonight because he let this deer leave, realized it was not Baby Giant, that it was a lot bigger deer, and Eric flat torched him with the traditions, and Red Rising has a net typical Boone on the ground.
Well, I hate Eric even more now.
Jason, we was here last year, wasn't we?
We was in this exact same field.
Tonight, it was the most roller coaster ride of emotions I have ever been through on a whitetail. And we 100% were worried about a deer we call Baby Giant because he's a 4-year-old. My phone went dead, we had no pictures, and we let a world-class deer walk out of our lives at 119 yards. And luckily, God must have wanted it to happen because he marched right back up at 49 and we killed, hopefully. I mean, the shot looks great.
He's dead. I'm not worried about it.
Jason, oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me?
He's giant, dude.
Hey, we said, man, ride or die after a fish hook, didn't we?
We got him.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. I killed the biggest typical I might have gonna kill in my life right here. Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Oh my God. What? Are you kidding me? Striker Fire, I love you. I never, in a million years, man, would have ever dreamed of a whitetail like that. Ever.
Look at the body on him.
That yardstick was just a little shorter tines, man.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
This is the 5th time we've been on this lease this year from Virginia, and that's what it's about. I don't care if it's me, I don't care if it's Eric, I don't care if it's Chase or Jeff. I mean,
dude, he's got banana mass on. He's like,
he's a giant. That's a world-class deer.
You know what? Like me and Jason, we don't know what it feels like to be a Ton Kiski, a Lee Lukovsky, a Martin Gurr. I mean, we just don't. So, I mean, this is something else, man. This is like
giant.
Where do you go from this? You know, shooting a management buck next time I'm here. Yeah, this night is long from over. I mean, I want to just take him and put him in the bed with me.
You want to sleep with him tonight? Oh my God, dude.
He's all legal beagle tagged up.
I can't say enough being able to come every year out here to Three Forks and hunt. Everybody on this lease is an awesome bunch of guys. It's awesome to kill a deer, but then after you go to camp and you go back to camp and you hang out with guys like Big Mike and Chase and Don Kiski came by, and I mean, when you kill a world-class typical, everybody wants to come look at him. And put an exclamation point on my season, man. It's gonna be a hard deer to ever top a net Booner. As a typical, they just don't make them every day.
But God had a plan because this deer marched back into our lives, coaxed him a little bit, come through the beans, give me a 49-yard shot, and the striker fire beat him up. I've been coming to Midwest for 14 years. This is my first net typical Boone, and maybe my only one. That's fine. Boontown 10, baby. We knew about this deer 2 years ago, and here he is. This deer was a ghost. But last night, he gave me the chance of a lifetime. I made good on it. Tell you, man, I can't say enough about being able to travel with all my great friends, the great lease. This is what it's all about, man. Growing giant whitetails, having great times, making memories. What a giant.
Eric is happy and going to donate his deer to the Iowa Hush program to help feed the hungry.
We are at Corning, Iowa Meat Processor, and Dave, this is the guy we have brought a ton of deer to. He's got the Hush program, has ran it for years. No better way to take your deer. Gonna donate him real quick. He's gonna cape him out for me, and we're gonna take him back to Virginia. But I wish I could take the deer home. I can't, but that's why you have Hush. We have Hunters for the Hungry in Virginia. You help feed families. So, perfect program.
Nice one.
Yeah, That's by far the best one, Mr. Dave, I've ever brought in.
That's nice.
Dude, that's the best I've seen this year as far as the size. And
Yeah, he's gonna net Booner. So,
170 probably.
yeah.
Right at it.
Actually, we're gonna net him. I think we're right. Right around 175 is what we're gonna net. Yep, I'm digging with him. I'll probably be the best tip. Well, it will be. I'll never get another one there. Thank you. You betcha, y'all. Thank you. You betcha, man. No problem.
That is what dreams are made of right here.